Today is International Women's Day. New data from consulting firm Robert Half explores the top priorities and concerns moving women in the workforce right now. Joining me today is Shannon Edlinger, recruiting manager at Robert Half, to tell us more about this new survey. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me on International Women's Day.
Yeah, congratulations, and it's an exciting day to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's go over the survey first. What was the goal of the survey, and what did it find?
The goal of this survey was for Robert Half to really dig into what women are not only needing in the workplace, but what they're demanding in the workplace. So what we found, really, women are demanding a few things to really set them apart when we're looking at retention rates and we're looking at the women growing in the overall labor force.
And what really stood out to you? Were there one or two things that women across the board are saying this is what we need?
Absolutely. So Robert Half studies show that most women are looking for two things. One, that flexibility, which seems to be an overall theme in the last couple years, but women are really feeling the importance of that work-life balance, and studies really are showing that working at home or even providing a more flexible schedule where an employee, man or woman, who can just feel more efficient as they're going through their daily business rhythm and really getting that work done. And next, women want career paths. So they actually demanded it on Robert Half's survey. Women are looking for clear career paths and clear goals. They're really looking to have their leadership team set clear goals and then having them have the accountability and documentation and follow through to not only help them with their goals, but document it for further career advancement.
Yeah, I feel like we hear all the time, even when it's a two-income household, when women and men are working, still a lot of that at-home work tends to fall on the women. What role does that play in the flexibility we're asking for?
Yeah, absolutely. That's where it's crucial that organizations are looking at retention strategies that include that hybrid or flexible work model, because statistics also show that you're absolutely right. Women, they tend to have a lot more household duties and child care duties than men. Even our two-income households, even our best dads. So it's really important for organizations to hear this, that women are needing that flexibility to minimize workload, stress, and ultimately retain them.
Yeah, so the survey also found women cited economic changes and not enough compensation increases. Obviously, the wage gap still exists. Do you know where we are on that?
I do. Well, as of today, the wage gap sits at about 16%.
Okay.
So for every dollar a man makes, a woman makes about 84 cents on that dollar. And when we're looking at a workforce that's made up of about 47.2% of women, that's a really big gap. So it's now more important than ever that organizations are aligning their comp ranges. Feel free to use resources like Robert Half. Call a local office, get on our website. We have a plethora of resources for organizations to really look at the breakdown of comp, and our 2024 salary guide, I'm telling you, is the way to do it. It goes through comp ranges, not only in industry, but also revenue size, so organizations can make sure that their compensation, we'll say, are more aligned with skill set than anything else.
It begs the question of negotiation. I mean, still today, so many women, we aren't raised being taught that not only can you negotiate, but you should, and it's expected, right?
100%. Women in the workforce should be negotiating for what they want and they need just as much as males in the workforce. So a couple tips if you're out there and you're looking to negotiate in your current position. If you're looking for more flexibility, tell them, have an open, honest conversation on, this would make me more productive if I can change my schedule. Can we maybe do a trial? And you can track my efficiency within a week, 30 days, whatever that makes sense for your particular organization. Women are so excited to bring new ideas to the table, whether that's daily business rhythms, adding to best practices, we should feel just as comfortable and confident asking for what we want in the workplace when it will ultimately make us more efficient.
You know, sometimes you hear from women who say, I found out this guy in the same position is making a lot more than I do. What can you really do in that situation?
You know, it is a little awkward, and there is a lot of talk in the labor force of having more open discussions regarding salaries, because at the end of the day, it really should rely on what skill set you can bring to the table. So my best advice would be to schedule a meeting with your direct manager and ask for a raise. If you feel that you're underpaid and you're able to compare it to someone else's salary, I don't recommend bringing that conversation to the table. But here are a couple points where women in particular can really hit home when they're sitting at the negotiation table with their boss. One, know your worth. You may find that the man you heard the salary from is in line with the current market. That just made it such an easier conversation.
Yeah.
Again, Robert Half's 2024 salary guide, it goes through compensation breakdown, so you have a tool in your tool belt in this type of meeting. So one, know your worth. Do your research, and that goes by industry, company size, skill set. Two, you have to come to the table with something. So what have you accomplished in the last year, quarter, month? Did you reach your KPIs? Were you able to provide an additional ROI for a project? Know it, document it, bring it with you. And the third is just be confident. Know your worth, go in with your ammo, and clearly present what you're looking for. And also set that follow-up meeting so we can hold them accountable to coming up with maybe a solution or just furthering the conversation.
All of that is a lot more persuasive than just, I want more, or even I need more.
Correct. Know your worth and know what your industry is lining up with.
Yeah.
I think sometimes organizations can just move so quickly, maybe they're not up to speed on market changes, industry trends when it comes to labor force, salary increases. Again, Robert Half has a plethora of resources online for companies and employers. If you or anyone in your organization is looking to compare that, we're always happy to help.
Great resource out there. Shannon Edlinger, recruiting manager at Robert Half. Thanks so much for joining us, and happy International Women's Day.
You as well. Thank you for having me.